Hey y'all, it's Kim. So I'm going through the grand jury testimony from 2006. I think the one of the first times Jeffrey Epstein ever went to trial. Since we're not getting a client list, I'm going through this document because I just want to know what was all in there. But anyway, we're on video 6. I'm going to set a timer for just like 15 minutes. But anyway, we're going to start up right here on number 9. It says she had stated that Mr. Epstein had a deformed penis and did not want to have any kind of intercourse with her. It was after one of or where they had purchased sex toys. They introduced the sex toys with Nada and redacted is Epstein's, well, hold on, something about Epstein will watch on and masturbate to. At one point, he grabbed redacted and placed her head onto something head on the massage table and inserted his penis in her vagina. Ooh. Okay, you said they introduced sex toys or purchased sex toys. Who purchased sex toys? Nada. Hold on. Was redacted with her when they were purchased? It is yes. Okay, it was for Epstein's. So redacted and Nada went to purchase the sex toys for Epstein's birthday, correct? Okay. And during the time that he penetrated her vagina, she was either 17 or 18. You're not clear which. Right. Okay. This was toward the end because after that she stopped going to his house. How much, or excuse me, how many? Okay, hundreds of times. Did she indicate how much money she made during this 2 year period that she was going to see him? Well, she received between $200 and $1,000 each time that she went. The day that he forcibly entered, the day he forcibly entered himself into her, he paid her $1,000. Also, she had received a rental car from Dollar Rental Car, a blue Dodge Neon that the previous houseman had rented for her. Did she ever make a report of sexual battery after what she told you about him inserting his penis inside her? What do you mean sexual battery? Did she, at that time that he forced his penis inside her, you said? Oh, at that, did she make the day that occurred? No. Did she call and say, no, the day it occurred? No, she did not. Let's say it's only $200 for 100 times. We're talking a lot of money she got at a minimum, plus a car. Is that a yes? Yes. Okay. Did you ask her what she did with all that money? I did ask her, and she didn't want to tell me. What'd she say? She said that was too personal. She's just described all these sex acts to you. Okay. Did you interview somebody named Redacted? Yes, I did. Who is Redacted? Page 51. Thank you. Okay. November 4th, she provided a sworn taped statement that she had been taken to Epstein's house by a friend from Redacted School, Redacted. The same person that took Redacted, correct. Okay. She was told as well that she would have to provide the massage and will be paid $300 for the massage. How old was she at the time? 17, I believe. Okay. What did she describe happening when she went there the first time? She was taken to the house and introduced to Epstein's assistant, pretty much. Which one? Nada, consistent, or Sarah? Sarah. Okay. It was pretty much consistent with all the girls. They would be introduced to the assistant, who would then lead her upstairs and prepare the room for the massage in the master bathroom area. She would put a blanket over the massage tables and provide the ointments that Mr. Epstein would like to have used. She rubbed his calves and his back area and was paid $300 for her services. Was that a one-time thing with Redacted, or did she go back? She stated she had gone back 4 or 5 times. Similar acts each time she went back. Correct. Similar amounts of money each time. It started to escalate. I mean, each time that she went, further things started to happen. It was the same monies through, though, provided. Okay, so the sex acts became more involved. Correct. Okay, she was what? You said 17? Correct. Did she tell Jeffrey Epstein that she was 17? May have, I believe so. Take a minute and look at your report and see if you can find that area. Okay, she was 16 when she first went to the house. Okay, she was 16. But does she ever tell him she's 16 or 17? No. Did any of the girls ever tell him that they were 18 or under 18? Well, he knew that they went to redacted school. That was not my question to you. Okay. Did any of the girls ever tell Jeff Epstein that they were under 18? Not to my knowledge. And some of them affirmatively lied and said they were 18 when they were not, didn't they? Correct. But he was sure, he was aware that they were going to high school. Correct. Okay, how much money did Redacted make? $300 for each massage. Was she ever given anything other than cash money? She was also given a Western Union wire from New York for a Christmas bonus. How much was the Christmas bonus? $200. All right, at some point you spoke with someone named Alfredo Rodriguez. Correct. Who is he? He's a former houseman of Jeffrey Epstein. What did he describe his duties when he was employed by Mr. Epstein? He was basically everything. He was the butler, the driver, in charge of his security. He was basically the everything for the house. Okay, do it all. He did anything indiscernible and wanted to. Right. Okay. Did Alfredo Rodriguez give you any information regarding your investigation? He explained that he knew something was amiss during his employ with Mr. Epstein. He would see girls as young as his daughter come in and say that they're his masseuses. And when asked how young, he said very young, too young to be a masseuse. Did he give you any other information? He also stated that he had kept a folder for his protection, some notes that were made during his employ with Mr. Epstein. What? So he kept like a journal? Basically, yes. Like a folder with different sheets of papers inside. And he would write notes himself or would put notes in that journal. He would put notes inside. Okay. Notes that were given to him on Epstein's stationery. Was there any note that he provided to you in that folder that indicated something, any type of relationship between Jeffrey Epstein and any of the girls we've discovered or discussed? Yes, he provided two sheets. One was to extend the rental car for Redacted as a contract was up the 2nd of February. The 2nd of February, what year? I was unable to determine that. I researched the information through Dollar Rental Car and they were unable to locate the car that he rented. Okay, but did Redacted confirm that she had gotten a car? Yes. Okay. She never described the car as a blue Dodge Neon 4-door. She explained the whole car to me. Or she even explained. Okay. Additionally, there was another notation of to take a bucket of roses at 9 p.m. to Redacted for Redacted and give the flowers to Redacted after her Redacted performance as she was something redacted and had her redacted that night. Okay. And do you know when that was? It was while Redacted was still in Redacted. It was during his employee prior to Janus. Do you know if that when Redacted was 16 or when she was 17 or when she was 18? When she was 17. Okay, did any of these girls we've talked about, any of them a licensed massage therapist? No, no formal training in any massage. Did you ever speak to licensed massage therapists that provided services to Jeffrey Epstein? Through the trash pools, we did locate two girls that were licensed masseuses that I interviewed Who were they? One was redacted and the other one was redacted. Okay, did you talk to redacted? Yes, I did. What did she tell you? She had gone to Epstein's house for quite some time. However, she was not a masseuse at that time. When she first started going to his house, he also provided her a vehicle to get to his house because her scooter had broken down, and she started going to his house in a similar capacity as those other girls. That is correct. Okay. But she later became a massage therapist? Yes. What kind of relationship did Redacted and Jeffrey Epstein have? She stated there was a consensual sexual encounters that they've ever had. Okay, she stated that it was consensual sexual encounters that they've had. How old was she at the time? Over 18 at that time. I think she was 18. Did she describe being paid money for? Paid money, the services she provided. And additionally, I believe he paid her tuition at Redacted. Is that where she got her massage therapy training? No, she got into the Redacted. Okay, all right. What you mentioned, what you mentioned, a Redacted. She's a licensed massage therapist. That's correct. Did she provide massage services to Jeffrey Epstein? Yes. What kind of services did she provide? She does a Swedish deep tissue massage. Did the massage by Redacted go beyond a normal massage to the other acts we've heard about today? No, no, her job was strictly to come in, provide the massage. She got put at $100 and she left. Okay, so the licensed massage therapist gets $100. The other girls get much more. Right. Okay. When you met most of these girls, was there anything different about Redacted that you noticed that made her stand apart from the other girls that were going? Redacted was not the petite little girl. She was a bigger girl with plenty of tattoos on her forearms, very visible on her neck, very visible tattoos. If you were to say Mr. Epstein had a type, she would not fit that type. Oh, absolutely. Were you ever able to find any intelligence from the Palm Beach County Police Department that confirmed any of these girls being in his house other than girls saying so? Through physical surveillance, I had researched all the intelligence that the police had gathered during the past couple years, and in 2004, Mr. Rodriguez, the former houseman, had called the police because he had seen a suspicious vehicle that he did not recognize in the driveway of Mr. Epstein's house. Mr. Rodriguez was pulling in from Publix and didn't recognize the vehicle. So he left and drove straight to the police department and notified him there was a strange vehicle in the driveway. When that vehicle was approached by the police officers, they found Redacted sitting in the car with her friend. Does it identify who the friend is? And when you look at that report, what is the date that Redacted was there in 2004? November 28, 2004. And at which point her cell phone rang, and the officer felt that it must have been her mother because she says, I can't talk, I'm in school. Okay, did the officer note why Redacted was there? She stated that she was there to pick up monies that were owed to her, that she is a massage therapist for Mr. Epstein. Okay, the girls you talked to, how did they all typically tend to know each other? Of those that do, were they all in school together? They were all. They all knew each other from Redacted school, all except Redacted, because she was knew Redacted from outside of school. Correct. She knew Redacted because she was dating Redacted cousin. Okay. At some point, did you obtain a search warrant for Jeffrey Epstein's home? Correct, I did. When was that? That was in October, page 42, October 12th, 2005. Oops, I'm sorry. Nope, that was in another interview. October 20th, October 20th. You got the warrant on October 18th and executed on October 20th? Correct. Okay. Who was present with you when you executed that warrant? Various members of the police department, detective Crowell, Sergeant Frick, Detective Dix, Detective Dawson, Detective Sandman, myself, crime scene manager, Craig Parkinson. I think it's what is this? Okay, there was a lot of people in the from the police department. All right, and Craig Parkinson is outside. Yes. Okay. During the execution of that warrant, there was an item found that's identified as a wind torpedo. I don't know what that is. A twin torpedo? I don't know. Yes, what is that item? It is known as a dildo, okay? A sexual toy that you buy, a sexual toy. Okay, where was that found? That was found in the bedroom of, I want to say, Nada's bedroom. Okay, is that the bedroom that the girls are taken to when they perform the massages, as described by or to you? The main massages occurred in Epstein's master bedroom bathroom area, not Nada's. No, bedroom bathroom area. No, okay, so that was found in a different place. Correct. Were there sexual devices, dildos, vibrators found, anything that matched the description as given by the girls, either a purple vibrator or white vibrator with the large head? No. And okay, hold on, Miss Bella Lovick. At this point, Detective Curry, I'm going to see if the grand juries have any questions for you. Okay, I'd like to ask you a question first. What constitutes a sexual act under the law? Miss Bella Lovick, sexual activity means oral, anal, vaginal penetration by or union with the sexual organ of another, anal or vaginal penetration of another by any other object, or the handling or the fondling of the sexual organs of another for the purpose of masturbation. However, the term does not include acts for bona fide medical purposes. You'll all get a copy of this. Yes, ma'am. Uh, do you know the location of Jeffrey Epstein at present? You say that he hasn't been back since October. The witness, he has various homes, one in New York. He has a ranch in New Mexico. He has a private island right outside St. Thomas. He has a home in Paris and one in England. So you can get in touch with him. You would have a way to do that. He has various counsels representing him. Uh, yes, ma'am. Was Redacted the only one of these girls that had actually had intercourse with? No. Okay. There was a total of 5 victims altogether. But as far as intercourse, you mean? Mm-hmm. As far as penal intercourse, right? I believe it was two. A juror. Okay. Miss Belalovic, yes, sir. As far as Redacted, it does not appear from what I'm hearing. It's not like Redacted was the center focal point who coordinated all this for Epstein. It seemed like Epstein had several or multiple sources to have access to some of these young girls. Is that correct? All these girls were in a tight clique together, Redacted being the first one from that clique to go to the house. Okay. The witness. Basically, it was she brought redacted, redacted, brought redacted, redacted, brought. Anyway, right. So it was like a trickling effect, right? So this, I mean, it just kind of seems like this little micro economy got spawned here, and it does not. I mean, do any of these girls provide those types of services for money for anyone else, or do they do this? No. On a common basis, or no? Does it just so happen that Epstein is the source by which they're attracted to here? Epstein was a source. Okay. So I'm going to stop it here. We've gone pretty good. We're on pretty good pace to finish this up probably tomorrow or something if I do this many videos. But anyway. All right. I will talk to y'all later. Don't have any, bad nightmares over this if you're watching it. I mean, I'm just trying to go through it because this should not die just because Jeffrey Epstein's dead, okay? Those kids deserve justice because he was a groomer and they groomed each other, which is even worse, but I mean, it's got to start somewhere. I mean, I know he'll never take responsibility for it in this life, but we still need to keep it in the forefront of people's minds. This man was a disgusting pedophile. And I mean, this whole thing with this client list and all this information and just basically case closed, nothing to see here. That's really not good. Well, anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. I hope y'all have a good night and I'll see y'all around. Have a good one. Bye.